Standing now, it's best for all. I'll hold your wrist, you hold the night. What you think is safe so far? I could be not mad. Lost all respect for who you are. Little bit I may have had. All the scattered hearts to score. The gruesome aftermath. The blame lies with you. Your rise, your fall. It cannot be all and all. Time can't erase what you have done. Just force yourself for what's to come. Can't justify the things you've done. Unjustify. Stare without a care. They pay to watch you win. You make a plea, you pray to God who says you've got no soul to keep. Cause you lied, you've been denied any liberation. Condemned to live, condemned to hell, condemned to damnation. What you think this makes so far? Like a big gun man. Lost all respect for who you are. Little bit I may have had. All the scab that hides a sore. Gruesome aftermath. Just force yourself for what's to come.
Hey now, my name's Blaine. Welcome to Tarnation TV. We have a website. It's tarnationtv.com. If you'd like to hire us to call your race at NASCAR 2003 season, feel free to do so. SMO Racing Simulations did. We're going to be there on Monday at the North Pole track, which looks kind of cool. It's a snowy day. But anyway, thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of the Talladega Nights Racing League presentation of the I'm on Fire series. This is season number 2. This is race number 6. I'm Blaine, joined by the illustrious Brad.
Hey now, that's a lot of syllables. I accept.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have gone so far as that, but thank you. Yes, no, it's good to be back. Race number 6 tonight and seeing what's going on. Looks like we've got a pretty full house tonight. I mean, not full. We've got room for a few more stragglers, but if you're on the fence out there, grab your wheel, get in the game.
Yeah, what are you waiting for? What's taking you so long? Yeah.
Still time to qualify? Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah, they're still in practice here for another few min, and then they'll go to qualifying. So right now we're sitting at about 31. It says it's connected to the server.
No kidding.
And it's a Thursday night, man. So Jeff, we always have a little friendly bet. Jeff is very humble. And he's like, oh, man, nobody's coming out tonight, man. Like maybe 18, 19 guys. And I'm like, there'll be 27. And now there's 31. So joke's on you, Mr. Elliott. You run a good league, bro. So thanks to the Elliott there for making a league like we were just talking about before we went live. Like there's literally in NASCAR Racing 2003 season, a 20-year-old racing simulator, any given time on the internet machine, you could find a race. There's hundreds of leagues that operate in and use this simulator. And, you know, on a Thursday night, people flock here, Rolling Thunder Gaming. And I mean, I think that Jeff does have Talladega Nights probably in like the top 10 best leagues around.
Oh, boy. I mean, based on this, I say we're number 1, but I'm a little biased.
Our broadcast is number 1. Welcome.
Rated number 1 by our moms.
My mom.
She says, the 2 handsomest gentlemen that ever called a race. And I mean, I wouldn't call Mrs. Donlin a liar, and my mom either. So
no.
They said it. You can take that to the bank.
Yeah, if our moms said it, they know what they're talking about. They had to put up with us. It was funny. Shelly and I were talking about, I don't know what the hell we were watching, something about hair dye.
Okay.
I said, yeah, when we were like 16, Brad came over and Mom just like bleached our hair. And she didn't give a shit because my mom just doesn't care. She's like, it'll grow out.
Yep.
Or you shave it off and grow some new hair, whatever. But then like your mom wasn't a big fan of that, I don't think.
Well, yeah, I came home that night and then she woke up she came into my room to wake me up and then she screamed.
Bloody murder.
Yeah, like there was like a robber and I don't know. I guess she wasn't.
What have you done?
She wasn't expecting that. You were so handsome. Yeah, what happened? Anyways,
what did you do to yourself? Love how we have like Jewish mothers from New Jersey. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but anyways, no, that went over like a fart in a car, and so then there we were. So then there was a little drama around the house for a couple of days. Like, yeah. I can't believe it. And now I look back, I'm like, I wasn't doing heroin. Like, get off my back.
I know, that's what I say. You know, you got an addiction to video games, and like at least I still have it all.
Right.
At least I spent my money on a physical thing that's still here. Like you said, you could have been crazy drug addict or something, but
right out there partying. I'm like, I bought an $8 hair dye kit and.
and screwed it up.
It wasn't enough to turn our hair. Our hair was dark at the time. At least, yeah, we were both young, so we had no gray. But it wasn't even yellow. Remember that? I just got photos of that. It was like a copper color because it literally, you had to like use that first and then dye it blonde. It was like a 2-step thing. But we didn't know, so we just walk around with like yellow hair. Like straight yellow, like copper.
It needed like to be bleached and like base coated or some hair salon nonsense, but like whatever.
We forgot to prime our heads.
Yeah,
and
who cares?
And then the first coat just did not take.
We could make ourselves a lot younger and say like, yeah, man, you remember when I texted you to come over and we could dye our hair, like, because we didn't have, there was no such thing as texting in 1996.
Exactly.
But we were like, yeah, I
on my new
shot you
iPhone.
that email, yeah, on my brand new iPhone. Yeah, I texted you. Mom dyed my hair blonde.
Right, and then we had to use some other slang like "no cap," for real, and then that's at that point I run out of things that I know to say.
Lethal, bro, lethal.
I can only speak so much teenager.
Yeah,
before my kids start to mock me relentlessly.
Kids these days, you know. But speaking of kids these days, look at the stats we got on the screen here. So we're looking at so far after 5. We're reaching the playoff knockout rounds. We will run 8 races, and then we go into the final 3. Stage 1, Stage 2, and of course the final. Mm-hmm. Robert Breedlove has been dominating all the races with a lot of laps led, has had some bad luck, but he does have a win, and he's being consistent. You can see his points through race 1 to 5 are all over. 175 in race 1, 138 points in race 2. He won race 3, so he gets 205 bonus. He gets the bonus points, 156 and 140. So he's holding strong. 814 points, first place. And it's crazy. He's qualified, I believe, on the pole the last 3 races and led like 90% of the race, but then just gets stuck in like a sequence where he, gets spun out or just gets in a bad way on pit road or whatever. And still ends up finishing the race, obviously, in like the top 10. But, to get a repeat win would we thought it was going to happen a couple times, but it didn't.
No, not yet. But who knows? Race 6, number 6 tonight. So that could very well, anything could happen. As you've seen, this season has been full of heartbreaking moments and fuel racing and a little bit of everything. Yeah. Those fuel races are always amazing. Anybody gambling on these, unless you're going for like who's going to place, even then, that would be a hard bet to place because it can vary from lap to lap. When you watch somebody gain, what was it last race? The race before, when someone gained 6 spots within a lap. Yeah,
it was Robert again. He was leading the race, and then he had to hit the pits, lost 10 spots, gained it all back, and then ended up finishing like 2nd or 3rd or something. It was crazy.
How about it?
Yeah. So, and especially on a track like this, because it is such a high-speed track. It's 2.66 miles long. Of course, it's a super speedway. We are running the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series 2019 mod, but we are running the Craftsman Truck Physics instead of the Cup Physics. The car physics, if you came out here with the car physics, it would actually be slower because of the restrictor plate. So your RPM taps out at 7,000. Where with the truck physics, they're heavier. The engines are different, but you get the full. There's no restrictor plates in the trucks, so you get a full like 200 miles an hour. If the trick too, I've seen it. When the track builders build the track, in the configuration file, there's like a number that every track will get, and there's 4 numbers, like 0, 1, 2, 3. So there's like road course. That way the game knows not to say, oh, you got somebody on your right, stay low. They'll say you got stay to the left, stay to the right. It actually uses left and right, not high and low. But then if you take that if you take that super speedway thing off and change it into a regular speedway, you could do probably 240 mile an hour without plates on a track this size. It's wild, dude.
Stopping for brakes in the middle of the race now.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The extra 30 miles an hour is very... I don't know, Jeffrey, how would you explain it? If you take the plates off on in the cup physics, it's frantic. It's insane.
It's crazy. I haven't done it in a long time, but
it's not fun.
We might have to try that sometime.
It's hectic.
Hey, Brad, how you doing? Welcome to Tarnation TV. Guys, Blaine, you ready to meet your starting lineup tonight?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, Brad, we'll be back. Make sure you dust that corner over there. The vacuum is in the closet, bud.
Well, I'll get right on it. I like to keep things tidy.
Keep up and go to maybe to Publix and get some muffins. I'm ready.
I will. I won't eat. I got to replace the ones from last week.
Oh yeah, you're right. All right, guys, here we go.
Let's do it. Good evening, gentlemen. Nice of everybody to show up again. Looks like I won the bet again. Jeffrey always thinks there's going to be like 21 people who show up, and there always ends up being like 30. So thank you all for showing up tonight. It's going to be another fantastic race. And yeah, good luck to everybody. I'll give the mic back to Mr. Elliott.
It's always a pleasure to have you, Blaine. Tarnation TV in the house. Appreciate it. Appreciate you sponsoring the team race with your Tarnation Turbo rides. Appreciate the paints and what you do for the community. So are you ready to meet your starting lineup? We're going to start off with the one and only pole position.
Nate Bolser driving the 079 JBL Chevrolet out of Seattle, Washington. I'd like to thank my wife and daughters for listening tonight, and everybody good luck.
Starting on the outside pole, the number 27, Bob Pumpkin Sire, driving the Chevy Z01, sponsored by City Chevrolet out of Freeland, Michigan.
Starting third in 931, Robert Breedlove, driving for Team Doritos out of Lancaster, South Carolina. Good luck, everyone.
Starting in fourth position, number 56, Amazon. I believe, guys, we're driving Toyotas. No, is it Toyota? Wait, VWs. VW, Amazon. So anyways, a lot of sponsorships during the week. I want to appreciate every one of y'all coming out here. And this race is for you guys and the audience. So good luck and have a good time.
Starting fifth from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving a Corona Dodge painted by Frank Divins. Thank you, Frank. Good luck, everybody.
Starting sixth, Randy Waugh, driving the number 21 Corona Dodge for Big Stone Gap Racing. I want to shout out to my sons Christian and Corey, my grandsons Adrian, Asher, and Asa.
Starting seventh in the number 043, Brian Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, racing for BSGR Racing and Wolfpack Racing. I'd like to thank Frank for all the paints, and also Talladega Nights and guys at Tarnation TV. Good luck, everybody.
Starting eighth, Chris Van Vliet, driving the number 10 Adidas Chevrolet out of Annapolis, Maryland. Thank you, Jeffrey, and all the admins for all that you do. Have a great race, everyone. And hello to my friend Chris from Pennsylvania.
Starting in ninth, Mike Mangialardi, driving the 029 Ford Mustang out of Federal Way, Washington. Shout out to my friends watching at the Rain Air Room tonight, and good luck, everybody.
Starting 10th, Jeff Goodpaster, driving number 33 Volkswagen Amazon. Where you order it, we deliver.
Starting in 11th, not for long, outside the top 10, 388 Dan Lovell from Big Stone Gap Racing, driving the Corona Premier car painted by Frank Divins. I just want to thank all you guys for what you do. Thank you, Jeffrey, for putting this on. Thank you, Blaine and Brad for the broadcast. Good luck to all you drivers out there.
Starting in 12th is the 99 of Josh Mercurio, driving for Team Wrecking Ball. This car was painted by Ulysses Sandoval. Good luck, everybody, and happy holiday season.
Starting 13th is Larry D, driving the 188 Amazon Prime Volkswagen. I want to welcome in all the viewers tonight on whatever media that you happen to be watching, YouTube or Facebook or wherever you are. And I want to say hi to all my fellow drivers tonight, and let's have a lot of fun.
Starting 14th, Keith Bynum in the 63 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. I just want to say hey to my mother and Jerry and anybody else out there that's watching us. Enjoy the show. Hope we put on a good one.
User joined your
Starting 15th in the 889 Chevy Camaro Mountain Dew Code Red, RJ Cabana from Archibald, Pennsylvania. I want to say hi to Holly out in California. Thanks for coming on. To my family, Crystal, and my sons, Jack, Luke, and West. Good luck, guys. Thanks to Tarnation TV and Talladega Nights for all you guys do.
Starting in 16th is the number 9, Chris Elliott out of Mooresville, North Carolina. That is about 25 miles north of Charlotte. Driving for Team Doritos and a number 9 red nacho cheese car. Good luck, guys. Let's have a good race.
Starting 17th, Garland Oaks from Martinsville, Virginia, driving in number 67, Gold Peak T, Toyota Camry for Team Wrecking Ball. Let's get ready, fellas. It's time for some thunder under.
Number 97, Pat McCarsky from the Brownsburg, Indiana.
Starting in 19, Ulysses D. Papi Sandoval driving the 96 Sprite Toyota Camry. A big shout out to all my wrecking balls. Good luck, everyone.
Starting 20th and the number 24 is Graham McDonald from Sarnia, Ontario. Good luck, everybody.
Starting in 21st, Stephen Brandstetter from Ranelette, Oklahoma, driving the 510 Oklahoma State University car, painted by Blaine Donlin, driving for Team Doritos. Thank you.
Starting in 22nd, Dave Hubbard Jr., the number 74 Dirtfish Chevrolet.
Starting 23rd, number 68, Outlaw, driving Chevy Camaro.
Starting 24th, Perry Bond, driving number 60, Amazon Ride, out of Virginia. Good luck, everybody. Let's have a great race.
Starting 25th, Javier Negron from Bridgeport, Connecticut, driving the number 4 Toyota Camry, driving for a Wrecking Ball. Let's go, boys.
Zach.
Number 98, Zach Roberts, starting 27th, driving a Toyota Camry Fanta, driving for a Team Wrecking Ball. Let's go, boys. We got a full house this time. Let's make use of it.
Starting 27th, number 0, Alex Ortiz, driving the Toyota Coke car, painted by Garland Oaks. Have a Coke, have a smile. Let's have a good race.
I guess it's starting 28th is the number 19, and then it's Chevy Monte Carlo. Yeah, Chevy Monte Carlo. There we go. Chevy Camaro, mellow yellow car, driven by Rod Weston.
Starting 29th, Greg Level, out of
Big Stone Gap, Virginia.
There you go.
Driving the Corona Ford Mustang, painted by Frank Divins. Good luck, guys. Let's have fun. It should be an exciting race.
Thanks, Greg. Real quick, Blaine, did Eric make it in, Greg?
Yes.
Okay, well, go ahead and speak in his behalf real quick, starting 30.
Number 80, Eric Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, driving the Corona car. He was having problems, guys, so Jeffrey let him in. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Thank you.
There's your starting lineup, Blaine. Good luck, everybody. Let's do this.
Good luck, guys. Thanks for showing up. It's going to be great.
Thanks, Blaine. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Blaine.
Nice team cars, by the way.
How much practice we got?
You guys shouldn't be on.
Hey now, thank you to all the drivers for the driver rundown in qualifying order. Robert Breedlove. Nope, that's wrong. He didn't qualify first. He's at the top because I forgot to roll the screen back up. Nate Balser qualified first tonight with a blistering 52.450. Oh
Looking
my.
through there. I finished cleaning early, so I was looking at a sneak peek at this. There's 5 sets of tying twins in here tonight.
Okay, yeah, we got Bob Sire and Breedlove for second.
Yeah,
Jeffrey and Denny for fourth.
Those guys, right? Now, if we go up there, Larry D and Keith Bynum for 13th. And for 18th, Pat McCarsky and Ulysses Sandoval.
What about Elliott and Oaks for 16th?
Oh, did I miss one? Yeah, I only counted 4. Yep, I only counted 4. You're right.
2,
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. That's wild. The entire field is literally like, 0.02 of a second away from each other. It's or 0.2 of a second away from each other. It's awesome competition as always out here. So we'll hit this into. Let's see here. They're going to be out here practicing for a few minutes, so we can do some jaw jacking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious why. Should talk to Greg. I don't know why Greg. He did not qualify. Greg is usually a top qualifier on these tracks, And he did not qualify. Yeah, he qualified in the back. But they did mention in the driver intros that something was wrong with Eric's computer. I believe Eric is Greg's son. Even though he's like, his son's like 35 years old. But I guess, with all the experience all these guys have, they got Eric running. So I think Eric's out here. Let's see. I can't remember. 80. Ooh. Yeah, he is there. He's on the list.
Awesome. Because what this league was missing was more Lavelles.
Right, exactly. Yes, we need more Lavelles on the track. It's so cool, man. Like, there's brothers, cousins, and then, like, sons and uncles. It's awesome.
The gang's all here, right?
Yep.
Good family-friendly activity. So.
Yep. That's it, man. Everybody can come together on Thursday night.
The Lavelles, that's of course always everyone's welcome here and more. Fill this thing up. Let's get everybody in here. Get grandma a wheel and
yeah. And that's the great thing. Like, we literally have like an age gap of like, I can't remember how old Zach Roberts is, nephew of Ken Roberts. He's like 15 years old. All the way up to like late 60s. Like, I believe Bob Dixon's like 70 or. Like, it's crazy. Everybody plays this thing because it is the best NASCAR simulator around.
A young 70, I'll have you know.
Right.
Quite spry.
Yep. Other than, of course, iRacing, which is also made by the same people who made this. But iRacing being a subscription service, it's not everybody's...
No.
I mean, I played it. It's great. Like, I jump into a NASCAR on iRacing, and it feels exactly like this game. It's awesome. But again, it costs like, $12 a month to subscribe, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Big push there.
I haven't actually played it, maybe at some point, but for $12 a month, does that include, I'm guessing it includes a handful of tracks, and then you have to buy, you purchase tracks separate?
Correct. Yeah. So it gives you like a good chunk of tracks from all different disciplines. So if you wanted to, and cars as well, so you can get into like, if you wanted to race the Mazda MX-5 series, and then you can race them on tracks that would make sense for a Mazda MX-5, like circuits and stuff, shorter circuits. It's a lot of fun. And then I jumped on the track in the Craftsman Truck series, and then they give you a bunch of NASCAR tracks for free. But I think you're right, about 5 or 6 tracks for free. And like, they give you Daytona, but they don't give you like the repaved 2021 Daytona. They give you the legacy version with the gigantic speed bump in the middle of turn 2 where it almost shoots you up a lane. Like, it's the old version of Daytona, which is cool that they got them both in there, because it's a bumpy track, man. When they finally resurfaced, I can't remember when they resurfaced Daytona, but somebody in the chat would probably know. We got Ulysses in the chat and Bob Sire in the chat. So yeah, hey Bob. But yeah, when they finally repaved Daytona, it was cool that they give you the legacy version in iRacing for free, because there's a big dip. There's some big dips out there. You got to hold on to that car. So it's pretty erratic. It's fun.
Okay, well that's good to know. Yeah, I was just curious to find, like, is there, so the $12 a month, is that just to race online? Like, can you race without the subscription, just single player? If you purchased like tracks and things like that, or is it all included in your subscription? I missed that part.
Right.
So I didn't listen.
They literally have every discipline you can imagine. So if you wanted to race like classic IndyCar, brand new NASCARs, Mazda MX-5s, you want to do like rallycross and the stadium series and stuff, like, they have all of it. So
right on.
The thing with that is you can then buy, like, they'll give you, like, say, the Craftsman trucks. You can race those for free when you subscribe.
Oh, okay.
And they give you a half a dozen tracks in the NASCAR discipline. So, I mean, nobody's ever going to use every discipline. It's impossible.
No.
Like, I'm a NASCAR guy. I'll race NASCAR. I'll race ARCA. Like, I bought the ARCA series. I bought one of the ARCA cars. Like, I bought the Chevy. So then I could join the ARCA races, which is it's like NASCAR, but it's like a couple leagues down. It's like the minors.
Okay.
So, but by purchasing some cars, you get yourself away from those guys who are kind of reckless. They just pay the $12 a month, and then they're like, I'll just try it out, and they kind of suck. Or at least if you purchase a couple things, you're kind of getting away from those people. So I made sure to buy The
That
ARCA
makes
car,
sense.
and then I looked at the season, and they had like they had a 7 race season, and like 4 of the tracks were included in the subscription. So then I had to buy the other 3 or 4 to kind of race in. So then it's kind of neat that way how that works. It tracks all your points and stuff.
That's
It's a lot of fun, and it grades you. It gives you a license grade. So like these A+ drivers are pro gamers that are winning hundreds of thousands of dollars. Where I'm like, I'm just like down in the C's and the D's, but it's neat. It's a crazy awesome, and yeah, like you're saying, they do have AI in there now. They do have it in the NASCAR, but most of it you just race online with people. They did start adding in artificial intelligence drivers, so you could race on a test. You could do testing by yourself. But then there's also the option on some tracks in some series that you can actually race against artificial intelligence, which is kind of cool. But yeah, tracks cost money, clearly, because the tracks in iRacing are actually laser scanned. So every bump, every seam in the wall in real life is transferred into the game. It's insanity how real they are. All the tracks are dynamic, which means if the grandstand is blocking the sun in one corner and the track's in the shade, the track temperature is actually cooler, so you'll have less grip in the shade. Or if the sun's blasting the other side of the track, it's more grippy. As the race goes on, the track gets grippier depending on what line everybody's running. So you could maybe one day everybody's running high line. So then there's tons of rubber up top. And it's slippery down the bottom. Like, man, I was racing here yesterday, and the bottom was the fast line. Well, not today, because everybody's racing up top. So it's very cool how dynamic the tracks are. It's far more advanced than this, but
I guess so, because I mean, it's a lot
awesome.
more. So
yeah, it's like,
but
man.
you look at what you're getting for free, 20 years old, and this is a heck of a product,
right? And guys and even in here, they can adjust the grip lines and stuff. That's why this version of Talladega is better than the stock version. They took the stock version, but then they edited it so that we do get 3 wide racing. That doesn't happen in the stock version because it's
the community love, right? And everybody's making this as best they can. No, it's fantastic. I just curious. I know we got on a bit of a tangent there. I hadn't looked into it. I know you've talked about it. But.
It's cool. And yeah, I mean, to buy a track, it's anywhere between actually, Bob is telling us there in the YouTube chat, you can race anything, but probably have to buy a track or mod. Yeah, you can sample every series.
Gotcha.
But like I said, you're not gonna. Oh, my game just crashed. Of course it did.
$13 to $16 for each thing. Okay, so you know what? But again, obviously, there's time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears going to all this. As anybody in the community knows, whether you're creating tracks or in the amount of detail, right? So that makes sense. And if you're getting a ton of use out of it as well, too. Or like you say, if it separates you from just the average driver like myself who would hop on after a few brewskis and just Mario Kart the hell out of the whole thing. You don't want to deal with that.
Sorry, guys. All day.
I mean, yeah. If you're not crashing, you're not racing. Maybe a little door banging as you go by just to let them know you're there.
It's funny
Sometimes
how...
I got a pit maneuver to pass. Don't judge.
Yeah. It's funny though how it is like say a track costs like $10 to $15, but the amount of work that goes into actually going to that track, like iRacing goes to that track, laser scans that track into a computer, then they have to texture it all, so they're taking pictures of everything. $15 really isn't that much money.
See, if you consider the amount of effort that's gone into it, right?
Yeah.
Sean Dawson in the chat saying, hey, everybody, wishing everyone a great race. Here's hoping.
Yeah, and like Bob was saying there, he says you can race anything. He says it's about $13 to $16 for each thing. Yeah, I found when I was in the ARCA, I think it cost me $12 to get that one ARCA car. And then you're talking, just trying to get on the cars here as we roll off. There we go. Game crashed, so we're back in business.
There we are. The new, who's the new paint scheme in the back there? We got that bright blue one there. Actually, we got a couple of different ones this evening here. We got the Amazon team rocking their yellow, black, and white. But so we got a couple towards the rear there. Number 4.
Down there. It's not working. Do I still have all my... Oh, I do. Okay. Just checking my screens here. My cover-up's not working for the lap counter. If anybody's wondering, the lap counter is 38. I do have a cover-up, but it's actually not working. When the game crashes, it won't report the proper laps at the top of the screen.
Oh, okay.
The total laps will just be -1. So there's 38 laps on the clock. For some reason my cover-up's not working.
We'll keep you posted.
Anyway, off we go.
That just means another fired intern.
Yeah, why not, eh?
Jimmy today, he's looking guilty.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Guilty.
Out of the gates we go.
Didn't take long for us to fire somebody here at Tarnation TV headquarters.
That was a record. That might be the newest one. Yeah.
Yeah. Nate Balser in the inside line being pushed by Robert Breedlove and the 41 of Denny Carroll. Bob Sire on that top line in that green and yellow car in the 27. Being pushed by Team Amazon almost in its entirety. Lap number 1 looks like it's going to be led by Nate Balser in the 079. Thanks again to the Balser family for the Grand Marshal duties. The game crashed, so while I was fixing that, I did not press the play button. But it does exist. Gentlemen, start your engines, provided in part by the Balser family girls. That's not what you want to see.
That is not it.
That is not what you want to see.
Restart?
Nope.
I know you say normally not on broadcast, but I wasn't sure because it was literally less than the first.
Nope.
All right, then. Rack them up, boys. Get out there and try again.
Yep, that's it. So
how you going to... Unless you're in the front of the pack there. How are you going to... You can't escape that.
That was a lot of Amazon cars. I think the whole team actually went down on that one. Let me go into replay mode here and check that out. Maybe from a different angle here. See what. So the 3 wide coming out of the turn 2 onto the back straight here. Mercurio just got hooked. And 4 of the Amazon cars are right in the eye of that storm. Chris Elliott right there, a little bit of front end damage. Ortiz almost made it through. Somebody must have made it through that, right? Somebody's always got the finesse. Let's see who it is.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I wonder if somebody in the back here. You're usually pretty good at spotting that.
Who is going to make it through?
I wonder. Is it Keith Bynum?
Okay, well, the Amazon car that took the low line there, he got around the most of it there. That was probably...
I think it might actually be Keith.
Was that who it was? I couldn't see exactly at that point. But it looked like he got low, but not... I don't think he went fully below the yellow line. Would that have been a penalty if he had? I don't think I've
No, I don't think so. In real life, they would give you a penalty for that. It was Keith Bynum. 1 second, I'm going to get inside the car here, Keith.
Yeah, because he is like, I'm going to yank this wheel to the left real quick, right? Yep.
Wow,
okay, there he
dude.
is.
Amazing.
And, that one too. Yeah, so him and the Amazon, they both went, they both, who's just ahead there? 2 cars.
This one? Or this one?
This one.
Graham McDonald, the number 24, fellow Canadian.
He got around the outside. Not quite as dramatic, but like he just found that spot.
So here's Graham McDonald on the bottom line there. Mid-pack.
He's going to get limbo low, and...
He made that maneuver.
Yeah, just...
perfect timing.
And everybody behind him that even tried that same thing that got caught up in it.
Yeah. You know what's the best angle on that one? Is the camera on Graham's bumper. 1 second here. I'll find a rear view of this. Let's watch out the back of the 24.
Okay,
watch it all
follow me, guys.
fall apart behind him.
I'll go follow. Oh no, I can't follow him. I thought for sure the other guy got out and he got tagged. Whoever was right behind him got tagged.
Wow. Go back to live mode here. That was crazy, man. So a couple guys, just some very lucky spots. Keith Bynum was probably, that always seems to be one guy though. Somebody will get through, you know. Graham McDonald is from, I believe, Sudbury, Sarnia. It starts with an S. Superstition, Ontario. Superhero, Ontario.
Elliot to the booth brought you a driver.
Sarsaparilla.
Spingersville, Ontario.
Jeff Goodpaster in the 33 with no number on your roof. How you doing, sir?
Dizzy.
Yeah, no kidding. We were going to say, we were watching
Numbers
that.
are overrated.
Yeah, we only need
slow you down.
Yeah, that roof paint. Now that we got rid of that roof paint, that's less friction. The car will now go faster. Team Amazon, all of you guys are sporting no roof.
Yeah.
So did the I'm gonna ask when you pit there, the hammers definitely came out.
Oh yeah. The engine was beat. The hood was caved.
Oh.
The roof is caved. The back end was not in one stationary place.
Because looking at it from where we are now, the paint's all scraped off on the roof, but the car doesn't actually look that bad. It looks like the crew did a pretty good job of pounding the dents out. But it's still going to affect the overall speed if you're not in the draft, eh?
Oh god, yes. It's only going about 160 miles an hour by itself, even with the draft of the car in front of me.
Oh, is it really? Yeah, that's not good. So yeah, it's just going to be one of those things. You're going to stay out as long as possible and just get those points.
That's my plan. I'm hoping for another more carnage.
Yeah. So now we got to check to see here. We'll bring up the stats. Jeff Goodpaster currently sitting in 15th position, a few spots out of the top 12 cut for the playoffs. So yeah, you definitely got to stay out there as long as possible.
Yeah, I just hope that anywhere between first and 21st can be involved in another one.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the thing. Anybody above you, you know, and if you're out there,
Nothing personal, but we got to keep things fair out here. It's
Right.
It'd be great if you wouldn't mind just plowing into each other. You know, just a little bit.
it's that team that Rodney Sullins Winnebago on the hill off of 2 that chucking the beer bottles over the fence.
Those guys that throw some banana peels on the race cars today.
Yeah.
The track will be nice and slippery.
Oh man. Well, how's life, man? Is everything going good?
Yeah. I just went to day shift at Amazon, so I got more time at home with the kiddo, and the wife works at nights when I'm not at work. So
when you say
it all works
nights,
out well.
like what's the shift? Like when do you start to do a night shift?
Well, like for my day shift, it's 7 to 5:30, and then she goes in at 7 p.m. to 5:30 a.m.
Wow. Oh man, so she's like a vampire shift. She never even sees the sunlight.
Yeah. Yep. That's what she likes.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't know. I mean, they're going to pay you to do it. Might as well do it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So they never stop. The place is open 24/7, eh?
Yeah, the only time that they're closed is either on Christmas Day and New Year's Eve.
Ay.
No kidding.
Jeez. They just built an Amazon facility to the west of us here in Belleville, Ontario. And I've never seen a building that big. It's over 1 million square feet. I've seen a building that big. I've just never seen a building that big in this area. You know, we've got, 400,000 or 500,000 square footers. This place is like over 1 million. You could work in a facility like that and you'd never even see everybody in that place because you'd only work in like one section of it, right?
Oh, yeah. It's like there's another building that's about maybe 25 minutes away from me that's 2 football fields long.
Oof.
And yeah, that's a delivery station. And my mom worked in there for one Christmas several years ago, and she said that you couldn't even make it to one end of the building before break time was over.
Wow. Oh yeah, so you would be going to work in your spot and you just hang out in that one corner. You got your own bathrooms, you got your own little thing. You have to get there need to be public transit in there to get to the other side of the building.
No doubt.
That's crazy. Like the boss is like,
gets a segue.
Yeah.
Go to your station.
Hey guys, we're getting ready to go green here. give a little shout out there, Mr. Good Pastor.
Shout out to all my fellow friends at Amazon. I'm sure they're probably going to be watching this one and looking at me like, no bueno.
Well, I'm right next to you, buddy. I'm probably worse than you are, but anyways, let's just go out there and do the best we can. Blaine, thanks to you for the interview.
Thanks, guys.
We got to get going.
Thanks, Jeff. Good luck. Thanks, Jeff. Good luck. I had to say that twice because I'm talking to the Jeffs.
All right. Good luck to all the Jeffs out there. Nice.
So thanks to the Jeffs for talking to us here live on Tarnation Television. As we get ready to go green here, lap number 6 of 38. I wonder why that key's not working. That's annoying. Anyway, it is 38 laps. And that won't work either. So yeah, we're all right. It'll be fine. Green flag in the air. We're just still trained on Good Pastor here. I'm curious to see. He will probably duck out of the line and everybody will drive away from him. He was saying top speed in the draft was just around 160, 165. So if you can't keep 180, you're done. Yeah, he's drafting right now at 170. Him and Jeff both with damage. Nate Balser leading this race. Denny Carroll behind him. Mike Mangialardi and Brian Lovell.
We used to seen Denny Carroll in the Home Depot car, this new paint job. So I know it's been a few races with this, but that's cool. I do like that one. He's
the purple?
Yeah, the purple and white. That's a clean combination.
Yeah, so the Big Stone Gap crew changed their paint schemes, and they're all sponsored by different flavors of Corona, which I did not know existed, because in Canada we only ever get one flavor. Unlike the American
grape soda Corona?
I guess so. I was looking at the cars. This one's like a grape one. There's like a citrus. There's all kinds of different stuff. I'm like, I didn't know this.
That seems crazy. I wonder. Maybe it's kind of like how Bud Bud got into like doing lime and other flavored drinks. So maybe it's kind of a similar thing where there's like their Crimson Tide cherries. Maybe it's
Crimson Tide cherry. That's Randy Waugh.
Or
Blackberry lime.
Is it actually beer? I was wondering if it's more of a cider, or is it Corona? I'm thinking Corona is only beer, but maybe they've got Corona seltzer. Okay, so they switch it up a bit then.
Huh?
Maybe we just answer our own question, but maybe those in the audience who will.
That's weird.
I'd like to phone a friend.
Yeah, exactly. Bob Sire. Oh, Bob can't type. He's hanging out back there in like 10th.
No, that's all right.
Answer this question. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching on YouTube. We got about 40 viewers currently live right now, so thank you very much. We will be back again on Monday at a different league. We'll be at SML Racing Simulation. That'll be cool. We're racing at a winter track. I believe it's a snow-covered 2-mile track. I don't know which one it might be. It could be Michigan. It could be Fontana. It could be Lowe's Motor Speedway, Charlotte. Like, all these tracks that kind of look the same.
So will it be not a snow physics, is it?
No, I don't think so.
On the outside there. No, so it'll just be snowed, decorated.
Yeah, the track is covered in snow, and there's like tire marks and stuff on it. But yeah, it's definitely gripped up like asphalt. It's just more of a visual thing.
Gotcha. Because I was going to say, in this case, you'd be like,
you'd be crashing.
You'd be crashing. You might as well reskin your car and look like a sleigh and some reindeer. Like we just do a full skin swap.
Right.
Christmas mod.
I'm wondering too, like, they could say, oh yeah, no, it is gripped up like snow, but we're just running studded tires, one of the.
Oh yeah, okay.
However you want to say
into it.
Yeah.
Third line is taking shape up there nicely.
Trying to, yep. Javier Negron there.
All alone, and they could be getting dropped back real quick unless they get somebody to close that gap.
Yeah, we're currently locked on to the number 4 of Javier Negron on that top line.
Oh, smokes, close.
The middle line's making themselves really wide, though. Zach Roberts up front of that top line, the line on the right-hand side of your screen, being led by Ortiz. Those guys, I believe, are teammates. That's Team Wrecking Ball.
Look like a little... Pretty close to
didn't he just change? Didn't he just change lanes and went to the low line?
Yeah. Well, you just go, okay, yeah, for those of you watching at home, obviously the lap counter is not working. We are just coming on to lap 11. on the way to 12 here. So we may be looking at a pit strategy here, possibly popping down. Some people like to go as soon as 10.
Whoa, Zach Roberts getting loosey-goosey up there. Yeah, the lap counter will show the current lap number 12 of -1, which should say 38.
I wasn't even looking at there. I thought it was just going to say -1 the whole time.
Yeah, like I said, I have a button to cover it up with 38, but for some reason that button's not working. So,
bottom line, just found some steam there.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works, eh? We saw that one little bobble from Zach Roberts on that top line, and it fell away.
Yeah, just like that.
So we did have a caution at about lap 3-ish or so. So this will probably push these guys closer to maybe lap like 15 to 20. True. I'm thinking the window's probably going to open now.
You're right. No, I completely neglected that one.
Kind of focus mid-pack here so we can kind of see everyone. We'll focus on Perry Bond in that Amazon car. One of the Amazon cars that actually has a roof.
Right. So how many were we missing out of the... Did anybody get knocked right out, or everyone is still here?
Retired from the race this evening, the number 97 of Pat Makarski due to an accident. So he was caught up in that wreck back there and was forced to retire with damage, yeah.
Congrats.
Sometimes I don't know if the game, I know in real life you have to meet a minimum speed, like they won't let you drive around out here at 100 miles an hour. You'd have to be like 160 or something, so at least you're not...
You tell me I can't get out of my car and run across the finish line?
No.
In that fantastic documentary, title the same as this?
Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Oh, yep. Someone got loose in the back end. Oh, we're arse over tea kettle.
That looked like, what was that game, Tamagotchi?
Oh, is that the one where you feed the little robot pets?
No, what was the one that you used to like roll a ball and just collect stuff? What was that game called?
Maybe that is some. I know it. I know it's some kind of a Japanese style game. I don't know exactly, but yeah.
We're just trying to find the point here of no return. We've got Outlaw, another fellow Canadian there. We'll just focus on him.
All right. Oh, so he catch the bumper?
Put it in slow-mo here. It looked like it happened in front of Outlaw, actually.
188 was caught the bumper. I think. Looks like, I don't know if number 9 just slowed down a bit.
Oh, yeah, they were checking up in the corner. It was just really tight.
So here, watch, because yellow's the first one to get out of shape.
They both kind of get out of shape at the same time. I'll have to go to helicopter cam to see this.
The green and black tags the car right behind him after he gets...
No.
He got bumped.
Yeah, 188 got a little bit of a rub from Brian Lovell there. Bob Sire in that green car on the bottom going around it all. And we have two cars right there stuck to each other. Are they able to right themselves? Yeah, looks like it. Ulysses Sandoval helping out. Zach Roberts is who we're focused on right there.
56 to the booth.
56, go ahead. We got Keith Bynum. How you doing, sir? Live on Tarnation TV. Keith Bynum, go ahead.
Keith, got a copy?
I keep hitting the wrong button.
Hey now, how y'all doing?
Hey, Keith, what's happening, man?
I'm pitting, just trying to stay clear of the little incidents on the track, just having a good time.
Yeah, that first wreck, man, we watched you thread the needle through that thing. You literally got missed by 2 inches about 6 times to get through that thing. That was a wild ride. We were always looking for the guy who kind of gets through it, and you were right in the middle of that first wreck, and you were able to just kind of just drive through it. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah, my mama, she's watching. I hope I probably showed a replay of it, so she got to see that.
Yeah,
no doubt.
We were on you there for like a minute or two, just watching different angles of, in car, out the back. Yeah, very, very cool, man. But Hubcap Annie
Hubcap Annie.
Where'd you get the name?
As we sell tires and wheels and hubcaps, different things. Man, this is some tight knit racing out there, buddy. I'm gonna tell you what, it's just tight.
Where did you get the name for Hubcap Annie? Who's Annie? That's what I'm asking.
It was actually a franchise, a little lady in Tennessee. I can't remember exactly what her name was, but supposedly her father-in-law or her father worked for the DOT, and she had yard sales and sold his hubcaps that he'd bring her. And before long, she was taking orders for different hubcaps people needing and finding them for them. She just took and made the name up and used the name Annie and called it Hubcap Annie and made a lady with a hammer and a hubcap in her hand. And it was a franchise. She started a franchise. And people that I knew, I worked for a used car lot, so used cars and hubcaps and wheels from the time I was 12 years old to I was 34. It was called Cleveland Brown Used Cars. And Hubcap Annie, when the man started it in 83, he would come to us to buy hubcaps that he wouldn't have for his customers. And he got to know me over the years. He was way older than me, named Jim Casto. But anyway, when I was 34 years old, he bought a big old 11,000 square foot building and moved into it and just decided that he just was ready to get out of it. And he didn't have nobody else that he could do what he did, but he sold it to me and I was able to get it paid for and stayed there for a little over 25 years. And we've moved out of that. Now we're semi-retired, but Hubcap Annie is a franchise. When I bought it, the franchise had went away. So it was just, I started a corporation and had Hubcap Annie under my wing.
Wow. That's wild. Like, hubcaps can be like a whole career.
It is a career. And then plus the car industry, I'm dabbling back into the wholesale end of the car business, which I was the used car salesman for years and years. I'd always say, sir, if you don't mind, the best thing I tell you, if you want to know about this car, let me get the keys and you just go drive it and check it out yourself, because everybody thinks us used car dealers tell a story. I'd rather you just drive the car and you'll know how good a car it is yourself. Just that way it don't put me on the spot.
Right. You're not being, like you said, the stereotype of the car salesman. It's like, look, man, here's the keys. If you like it, it's all yours.
Yeah. But anyway, just hubcaps, tires, and wheels. Every car has got a wheel on it. Every car has got some kind of an ornament in the middle of it. You have lug nuts that go bad, accessories to take them off and put them on. And a lot of times I tell people now not to even bother with buying custom fit wheels, because factory fitment wheels, you can get pretty factory fitment wheels nowadays. Used to, the factories didn't know how to make pretty wheels, but they've come a long ways. And anyway, y'all need a hubcap, wheel, or a tire, give me a ring.
That's the thing, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
Yes, sir.
I love hearing the stories of, like, people's trajectory in life. It's crazy, all the different stuff we find to put food on the table. Because there's a local hubcap guy here out in the country, and he's been there forever, and it's the same thing.
Growing up, a lot of dirt roads where I lived out in place Paulding County.
Nice.
And Cleveland Brown, the man that I went to work for at 12, for 4 or 5 years, I would walk dirt roads or ride my mini bike or motorcycles up and down dirt roads and pick up hubcaps. And that man would give me 50 cents a piece for them. And that was a lot of money back then. I'm 60 years old. But I'd use that money to go to Six Flags over Georgia. And that's what got me. And then when I was 12-year-old, he's expanding his business and he needed somebody that knowed something about the hubcaps. And my daddy and him were best friends, so he incorporated me to be his hubcap man. So
Hey,
anyway.
Keith, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you need to be down on the low
I'm
end.
done.
15. You're blocking the guy, Steven. There you go. Anyways, any shout outs real quick?
Thank you.
Before you go green.
No, just my mama, I'm pretty sure she's watching. Hey, Mother, I hope you're enjoying it. And if anybody of my other friends is watching, hello to y'all. And like I said, appreciate the entertainment, the streaming this race is just outstanding. I appreciate you doing it. And Jeffrey, you know how I appreciate Talladega Nights. Good luck, everybody.
Right on, Rick. Good luck, Keith. Yeah, get on the low line there, bud. You're in 15th.
Thanks, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
You're
Good luck.
welcome.
We are in another. There we go. The lights are finally off. We had a couple cars a lap down. That's what it will add a lap. So we saw some cars duck down to the pits there to just top off one last time.
Might as well. Everybody
so
go.
I'm curious who that is here. So that is Chris Van Vliet. So CVV. That's Brian Lovell. Javier Negron. Jeff Goodpaster. Okay. Rod Weston. So those, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 5 cars. One in for a top-up. Lap 18. Interesting. So they're going to be, they will need to pit one more time around lap 30, I'm thinking. They won't be able to stretch that to the end. This is a 38 lap race, just a reminder. We are on, obviously, we're on lap 19 of -1 because the game crashed. So it's actually 38. I keep trying my button and it's not working. All the other buttons are working, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. What about this one? Nope, that one doesn't work either. Oh well. I got 2 keyboards, so sometimes the buttons get twisted. But so there's Chris Van Vliet, the Adidas number 10 on the outside line. He's currently running in 20th position. You like numbers? You're a numbers guy. You like stats?
Like 4. I'm pretty good with 16. I'm all right. That's a good number.
Nice.
Yeah, no stats for sure. What do we got for stats?
Here's some stats. After 5 races, we've had 5 different winners, and in order, I spelt Chris Elliott's name wrong. Greg Lovell, Robert Breedlove, Brian Lovell, and Randy Waugh. I forgot a T in Elliott. But so yeah, we've had, this is race number 6. Do you think we're going to get a sixth different winner, or maybe we'll get our first repeat winner?
I don't even care to guess because I would be reluctant to put any more of a curse on the crowd tonight than that already is taking place. Just some bad luck and stay close racing and bumping and rubbing. And
yep, rubbing's racing, trading paints.
I would say it's going to be a unique winner, but at the same time, we often do see the same 5-6 cars, 10 cars at the front of the pack at various points. So there's a lot of familiar names up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be. I'd be surprised if it was the same winner just based on what we've seen this evening. I think it's going to be a toss-up unless, because right now Danny Carroll up front. Look at them; he's holding that spot real good there.
And Denny has had a couple of rough weeks here too. He hasn't. Let me check here.
I don't believe he's had a win. Has he had a win this season?
I'm pulling up here. Denny Carroll.
But last season he was on fire, even though. Was it not? Was it last season that he had a good one? He's like placing.
Currently in 21st with 521 points, so he's way out of that cut line. There's another accident back there. That's going to be yellow flag for sure. These guys will take it back to the line and then slow down the back straight, so they will not be racing for position. We're going to rewind this and find out what happened back there. Looks like we might be getting into guys getting parked. I don't know who caused those other incidents and if it's the fault of anybody either, because they will park you here. You're allowed to cause, so once you cause 2 incidents on the track. Oh man, they both saved it. Look at that. Oh my.
Oh.
Wow.
Amazing how.
Wait a second. Oh no, they didn't. Almost. Greg Lovell, man. Look at the driving on this guy. Look at this guy.
He's on ice.
You want to look at this guy? I do.
This guy, are you kidding me? He's walking here.
Look at this guy.
Look at, he's just like.
We're just driving sideways at 170 mile an hour. Look at
Tokyo drift the whole way down.
Saves it again. And then gets bumped one more time by Cousin or I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh,
and then
and
it's
then-
absolutely just
that
was nefarious.
Oh, okay. So that's wild. So the majority of the damage happened at the end of the crash.
Yeah, he saved the thing like 3 times and then bounced off Brian, and then Bob couldn't get around him. I say the word nefarious just because it's fun. I'm not saying Bob
exactly.
did that on purpose. It's just
No.
sometimes when you're going that fast, you got nowhere to go.
Sometimes professional broadcasters need to use words with lots of syllables to sound entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't very homogenous of you.
No, it was not. I got to get on that green car, Bob Pumpkin Sire.
Yeah. Look at this superfluous turn into a pirouette of
Superfluous.
incredulity.
Use that in a sentence. Superfluous.
Yeah. This is a cornucopia of crashes.
Oh, it's just bad. They're both sliding the same. He actually almost got around him. He just tagged him.
He just rodeoed that one.
He just a narrow miss. The circumference of the quadratum was far too large, and unfortunately,
56 to the boot.
Shenanigans. Denny Carroll in the 41, buddy. Some better luck this week, dude.
Good scene up front.
Yeah, thank you. It's I usually get in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's good to see you up there right now. It says you've led 11 laps. This is going to be 12 right here. So yeah, you're in a good spot. I mean, you're pretty far away from playoff contention, but as we all know, anything can happen here. I mean, you need to gain like 10 spots to get in there, but I know even if you're not in playoff contention, you'll still be out there helping your boys.
Yeah, I might be able to make it to 12. You never know.
I think so. Like, it's not impossible. There's still this race plus 2 more. So, I mean, with a couple of good finishes, especially with the bonus points that they've put in place for the win, you know, you can walk out of this thing with 205. That's major if you can get a couple of wins.
Oh, yeah. I brought me a new paint scheme, and it seems to have changed my look a little bit.
Is it not weird how that actually works? I find that's the thing sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of cars I like a lot, but I think they're bad luck.
Right. I find that too. I'll jump into a different car, like in a team race or something, and it's like you just can't, you know, you're on team whatever, and then you just can't figure it out. And then the next time you run, they changed it up a bit, and you're running great. I'm like, is it the color red? Like, I don't get it, you know?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to see if I can't hang on to this one and maybe get some of my luck turned around.
Hey, Denny, the purple grape drink there, is it seltzer? I'm guessing it's not like a purple, like a grape beer.
Yeah, I don't usually like purple, but I think it looks good on this car.
Oh, yeah, but the drink itself, do you know, like, when I think Corona, I think beer. Are they doing seltzer now? Like a blackberry lime. So it's not a beer per se, or is it? Is it a fruity beer? I don't know. We don't have it up here. At least not I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, because I don't know Corona to have flavors. I just thought Corona just had it was just a pint. Yeah,
you drink it.
Right now, then Big Stone Gap comes out here, and every one of you guys has a Corona car with a different flavor on it. So we're like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, I didn't know we had them till this morning.
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Even better.
You're surprised too. There we are.
We're all in the dark.
You know what?
Yeah, surprised me too.
Yeah, we're hiring here at Tarnation TV. If you want to be our intern and do some Googling research live on the fly, figure out what the heck's going on over there at the Corona factory.
Yeah. And if we have to fire you, it won't be personal. It just happens
I might
here.
have to switch to Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? See what's all about.
And just on a wild guess, painting that car, Frank Divens. Am I right?
Say it again.
Frank Divens paint that car?
Oh yeah. I couldn't hear you. My spotter was running his jaws.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know that Frank makes all your, makes all your guys. Oh, let's get a frog in my throat right now.
Yeah, I got in there today looking in their messages and seen I didn't even know they painted these till today. But I sure appreciate it, and I like this one too.
Yeah, it's cool. He always makes good stuff, Frank. Top-notch stuff.
Hey, you know what you need, Blaine? You need a Corona, man.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah. Anyways, guys,
Well, I
go
just
green.
topped off my fuel, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes here from the back.
Go green, Danny. Throw some shout outs real quick.
Shout out to my wife, my uncle in Florida. I love y'all.
Thanks,
There you
Danny.
go.
Good luck, bud.
Nice.
Thanks, Danny.
So in the YouTube chat, Frank Divin Sr., Denny is Blackberry Lime, Randy is the Crimson Tide Cherry, Greg is the Mango Tropical Fruit, Eric is the Tropical Punch, and Danny is the Premier Beer Car. To 20, and then Bob Sire letting us know that the 27 is junk. Brian is Greg's cousin. I couldn't remember. I was going to say cousin. I'm thinking brother or cousin because there's brothers and cousins.
Okay. It is, in fact, a hard seltzer.
How is Bob doing this? Okay, so Bob's driving a car and he's also typing in the YouTube chat. The angle of the dangle is not virtually proportional to the heat of the beat, so he's jumping in on our wordplay there.
That is.
The angle of the dangle is proportional to the heat of the meat and the mass of the ass. We can't say ass on the air, though, so we're not going to say ass. But thanks for contributing on the YouTube chat.
Better cut that shit out. Anyways, back to the race.
Cut it out, Dave Coulier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I got mixed up on that quote. I just cut it out. I always get that one mixed up.
Who's leading this thing?
As long
Guess
as we're not
who?
saying ass, that's where we're at. I remember back in the day when that was like an issue on The Simpsons.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
My folks were like, you can't watch The Simpsons in like their mid 80s, early mid 80s, like when it came out. Like, that Bart Simpson is saying all the bad words, and I remember that being like, oh, it was probably probably somebody else's house, or when they left the house for the evening when I finally got a chance to watch it. But anyways, enough
So
of that.
funny.
Back to the race.
Yeah, Chris Elliott.
There's a little racing going on.
Yeah, Chris Elliott in front here now. Denny is back there in currently being scored. Let me see. Denny in 15th after that pit stop. These guys Denny should be able to make it to the end. I mean, it's really going to be really close. He's going to have to see if he can stretch that thing to 13, 14 laps. But Chris Elliott is in the lead. He does have 2 laps led. He has 3 laps led.
Here's a late pit stop coming up.
How about that number 9 car there, Blaine?
I know, eh?
Up front. Doritos out front, Mr. Christopher Elliott. Yeah, I'll come down here and join you guys for a few minutes.
Right on. Are you still racing? What happened? Oh, no, you're out. Wheel problem.
Yeah,
what happened to the tires?
I destroyed in that first race with half my teammates. But, hey, it happens. And unfortunately, it's, not a good night. But you move on to the next race. But anyways, maybe I'll bring back the Pennzoil next week.
Nice. Yeah, the Pennzoil's a fast one. Rodney Sullins.
Yeah, I just want to get see some green flag runs here and let's just end these gremlins and get racing.
Yeah. Yeah, so the current retired car is Outlaw, Jeffrey Elliott, Garland Oaks, and Pat McCarsky. Everybody else is on the lead lap, though.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good race. There's some really good cars left up here. You got Cabana, you got Breedlove, of course, your leader, points leader. So, I heard you guys talking earlier. I think we might have a different winner tonight.
Yeah.
I think so. I would honestly be surprised if, the way it's going, especially Danny was in first, and maybe he's going to make a push from the back. But, yeah, number 9 up there, holding that front.
I'm curious to see if Denny can conserve enough gas. These front runners are going to have to pit again.
Yeah, it's 10 to go. This race is almost over. If it wasn't for the cautions, it would probably already be over, and we'd be in bed. But anyways, look out for this U-man, the U-meister, I call him. This kid, he's good. He's getting better. He's very aggressive, but he's controlling that aggression. So look out for that. Of course, Cabana comes out here, once in a while. This guy's 20-year vet in this game, so look for that 889 out there.
Yeah, I just focused on Cabana Man there in the 889. He's on that high line. They are moving.
They're making it work.
Yeah.
Of course, you got three really good pushers, Breedlove and the U and Randy Wallace. This race. What happened to the last caution? Was that real quick? Was that Greg? Greg get caught up in that?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, Greg saved it like 3 or 4 times sideways and then just got hooked at the last second.
Yeah,
and took some pretty major damage.
We're down to 9 laps, guys. It's too wide. Here comes a 41 shooting up the middle here.
Lap number 29 of 38. Cabana Man making a charge on that top line. He has not led a lap yet today, so if he can, that'll be some bonus points.
I love Cabana. I love all these guys. Oh, Chris Elliott. Looks like he's going in the pits.
Yep.
Oh, wait. I'm looking at live feed, aren't I? I'm not looking at broadcast.
Oh, and Robert Breedlove just abandoned Cabana Man. Cabana's still going to get that lap, though, so he's got the...
Yes.
Yep. He got
Sure,
5 bonus points for RJ Cabana.
And Ulysses, like I say too, he's driving. The guy wants to win. You can see it.
Ulysses is a pusher, man. Like he's really good at pushing.
Last week,
mm-hmm.
He was good. We hadn't talked with him in a while, which was really cool to speak with him, especially with him placing second, I believe.
Yeah, he was up there because I think at the end he was off the grid. I think he was up front, but then he ended up in like 5th or 6th because we didn't get to talk to him in the post race because he wasn't in the top 4. But
I'm thinking the previous week. Then I thought we spoke with him.
We did. We have spoken with him on like caution flags and stuff too. Yeah, and I think you're right.
I got it mixed up.
No, I think you are right though. He did podium finish this season.
Yeah. So that was good. But yeah, he's up there pushing.
RJ Cabana.
He's looking a strong outside lane, guys. And the inside ain't no chop liver either. I mean, but I like to see somebody else win this race. It might be that 889, but I think these guys all have to pit still.
Right.
Oh, there goes Randy Waugh, that low line. I mean, who do you want pushing you, Breedlove or Ulysses? Because they're both really good at it. And there's Denny Carroll out of nowhere, back up in like row 3. Where'd he come from? He was back there in like 19th after that last pit cycle.
Right? You could go back and watch the replay and be like, oh, he just gained 6 spots and he blinked.
There's Chris coming out of the pits trying to get back up to speed. He's not damaged. He's just going to be off pace. Nobody's going to pick him up.
Well, hopefully you catch up when
I'm
drop
thinking
into
that might be a good plan by the 9. Just because if you go early, you can settle back into this pack and get your speed back up. These guys are going to have to go. Most of these guys are going to have to go to the pits again.
You think so?
Denny's the one to watch because he's within about 14 laps the last time he pit in that purple car.
Yeah, right. So
he might make it if he's got the Jeffrey Elliott extra long fuel lines.
Right.
Well,
that's a specialty mod.
Brad, not too many people have that special gasoline extra tubing cheap that Blaine Dowling puts in my cars. But I'm just kidding. But anyways, it's going to be an exciting finish here if he stays green. There's a lot of good talent up there.
I think that's what happened to your wheel because he was rubbing. It was the Christmas season and all. I saw Blaine out there pre-race rubbing some Manitoba mistletoe all over your tires. So if that's not an issue, I don't know what is. Look into the legalities of that and we'll talk to our lawyers.
Some Nova Scotia snake sauce.
Exactly.
Nova Scotia steak sauce. Anyways, so are you guys broadcasting obviously off the broadcast feed, right?
Yes.
I got to stay in the game here, so I got 3 different views here.
Oh, right, yeah.
So right now you still got Randy just took the lead, correct?
Randy and Cabana are like basically side by side these last 3 or 4 laps. Yeah, it keeps going back and forth.
So you got Randy Waugh, and then you got Cabana second, Breedlove 4th, and then Umeister 4th, Nate 5th. So
Cabana got that lap. He's first again. He led that lap.
Oh man.
It's getting exciting, guys.
38 total laps to run here, so we're lap 34 right now, 38. The ticker on the live broadcast a little bit behind just because of the glitch of the game crashing on the pace lap, or the parade lap, sorry.
Oh, that what happened?
Ulysses is really, like, that top line is really strong
he's
right
for
now.
His moment to strike. He's like, give me an inch. Or he's just going to keep pushing either way, but I can bet you that like nobody in that first pack of 10. Oh, there goes not Chris on the high line there.
I'm just waiting, man. Like if any of these guys have to peel out for fuel.
I wondered if he was expecting everyone to start pitting there or what. But
well, Chris is in great shape. I mean, he's held on to the draft there, so all these guys have to pit. So he's in great shape.
He timed that out. That worked out perfect.
Yeah. There's
there
Denny
goes
going to the low
bottom
line.
Oh, Ulysses in front of Denny after that move.
Ulysses
smokes.
is bailing on Cabana. Oh, man.
I'm like, there goes Denny for the first place in the bottom line, and
Yeah,
holy
you
smokes.
got to do it.
Yeah, Ulysses did not waste a moment there.
Nope, Cabana might have a spot to get down low if he wants to. They're peeling. Most of these guys are going to the pits.
3 laps left, so what do
They're
you figure?
lining up for the pits. You got Larry D out there as well, running good.
Are they gonna? They still have to stop, right?
Oh, 99 needs to get out of the way.
I don't know, man. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Denny in that purple car, if he can somehow conserve to 14 to 15 laps, he can make it to the end. I don't think he can, though.
I don't think he can.
I mean, Ulysses was drafting for the better part of the last 4 or 5 laps, so maybe he was saving some.
It's possible, yeah. When you're drafting, you are you're using the car in front to break the wind, and then you're pumping the throttle too to not run them over. So you are saving a little bit. I don't believe you're saving full lap though.
No, but if you're using like the magnets that I installed on the
There they go. There they go.
Nope, Denny's staying out.
Wow, this is gonna
He's a
get good.
believer.
Denny's all by himself.
The one to watch.
Yeah. A little bit of a sideways hop there on Denny. Hopefully he's not going to have any internet problems.
You got Keith right there too. Wow, where'd he come from?
Okay, Denny is slowing down now. He's slowed to 185.
Saving gas.
He might just be because he's out of the draft, though.
I don't know. That's a big slow.
He lost the draft, so now he's back up to 190 again. So yeah, he just lost the draft because everybody pit. He's currently was scored first last time by, but I believe that Chris is probably going to take. Is Chris a lap down? Okay, Chris has his. Okay, so he's going to the pits now.
No,
lap number
Chris is probably
37.
gonna come out the leader. Chris is going to be the leader here.
He has forced to pit. So Keith Bynum in the 63 should be in first right now. Oh, Keith Bynum's in there too. 24, Graham McDonald, they're all in the pits.
Chris Elliott, I believe, has the lead right now.
We're having issues again. Who the heck is in first place?
Yeah.
I got to go through the whole field to find them. 10, 11, 5, 3, 2, 1.
That's what makes the 3X so exciting.
Yeah, I can't find the first place car because he hasn't crossed the finish line yet.
We got to wait till the next ticker.
One right there. Keith Bynum just came over the line and put him in first place.
Keith, first, I got it on Chris Elliott right now. I'm going to tell you where he's at.
Keith Bynum just came out of the pits and crossed the start-finish line, and his position changed to first place. So he actually has cars coming to get him. That pack coming behind him.
Chris Elliott.
Oh, man, so Denny's pushing him up to speed. Keith Bynum in first place, and that pack is coming fast. Oh, my.
Where's that 388
There's
come
three
from?
wide.
Oh, 3 wide. Oh, little bang in there. Paint. Here comes Nate.
Holy moly, dude. I'm not even breathing.
I'm not.
Oh!
Nate sideways. He's going to. Holy Okay, sorry. Holy shit.
Say it one time.
What? Okay.
Wow,
First of all,
dude.
what?
Did Greg win?
I don't know.
Dan.
If that's Danny or Greg?
It was Dan.
It was Dan, I believe.
I knew it was a level. I couldn't tell which one.
I didn't know what.
Wow, what a finish.
Oh, what the hell, dude? You guys are too good. Give me a heart attack.
That's what 3X does. It gets us all jacked up there, even as drivers.
So where did Keith end up finishing? So Keith got
I'll
run
go
down,
back
but
up
he
there,
finished
guys,
fifth.
Find out what happened.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I blinked for a moment and then I rubbed something in my eye, and then there was a shootout, like proportion that we have not seen before, at least in recent season or more ago. A crazy scramble like that.
Oh, dude! Like, and I don't know where to go because like the first place car is in the pits, so I don't know who's in first. And then I luckily I got on Keith Bynum because I'm going down the list of my printout. Oh, I guess that's it. My printout of the it's like 20 seconds behind before it refreshes, which is kind of nice because then I can look up at my third monitor and actually see who kind of like could be in first. And I start going to those cars and I'm like, wow. And that pack caught him, but man, holy moly. Can we go into a replay? Like, I got to see that. I'm just going to rewind this live. I'm going to let everybody watch this as I try to figure out what the heck just happened.
Right.
This is amazing. Like that pack chasing down Bynum right here going into the third turn. The Bynum's in first. Focus right now on Dan Lovell in the 388 who wins this race. It's 3 wide going into the tri-oval, banging doors. Cars are sideways. Right there, Breedlove down to the apron. Nate sideways over the line. Nate finished 6th. Sideways like that. So there's the checkered flags. That's a 6th place finish for Nate Balser in the 079. Can we just, maybe we can back that up even right and just kind of stop it on the line? Can we stop it on the line?
Are you guys ready for your top 4?
Let's do this. Yeah, we are.
We're going to do one at a time. So I'll bring Mr. Dave Hubbard Jr. down here. What a 4th place finish this young man had.
So there's your finish right there. I'll do it in slow motion. That's the finishing picture right there. That is your checkered flag, about 5 wide, sideways, smoke all over the place, coming over the line. That is so close for all those cars. Like, who are those guys right there? Like, look at Ulysses.
Carroll,
what place is Ulysses? He's in 10th. This is the front pack, and Ulysses finished 10th in that green car. That's how close these guys are.
Less than
Mr. Hubbard is in the house.
Second away.
Unbelievable. Wow. Mr. Hubbard, nice to speak to you, sir.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
What a finish. You guys are insane. I love
it. Still catching my breath.
Yeah. We are too, trust me. Watch the broadcast back. We don't even...
We didn't say... We weren't speaking. Well, you want to put words over top of something as amazing as that. I'm like, what is the,
I think we were speaking. We just weren't speaking English.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that last trial, I'm like, I can't even breathe.
Ooh, right.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like we didn't even know who was in first because everybody had to pit for a splash at the last second. So now I'm like, oh geez, I'm focused on the leader, but now the leader's in the pits, so who's going to be the leader? So just kind of hang out at the start finish line and wait for the stats to update. And then watched you guys run down Keith Bynum because he looked like he was going to win that thing, but it was only him and Denny, where you guys were moving like a pack of 6 or 7.
Yeah, I just held with the pack, and I'm like, all right, you got what you got. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, an amazing. What was their strategy on the fuel? Like, we were trying to pay attention to all of it.
I had my fuel strategy up, and I was 2 laps shy. I'm like, all right, I'm going to stretch as long as I can, and got down to about a lap left. I'm like, all right, I got to do it. I got to dive, and just took a splash, and just hope for the best throughout it. Honestly.
See, that's crazy because it sucks to have to pit that late, but then if you don't run out of fuel, you can't finish the race at all. So it paid off. I mean, a 4th place finish.
Yeah, I can't believe I finally got a top 5. It's about time.
Yeah, I got to pull up the stats now because I want to see what I'm looking at here. If I can find the Tarnation or the Talladega Nights website, because it does exist. It is real.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually up there mid race, but not when it counts because the pit strategy just screws me over, and I'm like, all right, let's play this one different for a change.
Right. I was trying to find you here, so I'll put it down here so Brad can actually see it too.
Dave Hubbard is currently 25th in points, and that's I don't think. Yeah, you weren't here the first race and a provisional, so the last 3 races and the last 2 he's done pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're there. I mean, it's too bad you had the provisional, because I mean, the consistent finishes, right? But yeah, it's still good. I mean, there's still a chance some of these guys can, not make it, get some points and get up there. But 2 more races to do it. You got to get a couple wins, but
I'm going to try. I mean, it's not for lack of effort here on my part. I'll say that much.
Right. Everybody wants to win, but yeah, that's it's tough. It's tough here, especially this league. There's a lot of, I mean, everybody's so good. We just look at those qualifying times, and it's just madness how close everybody is together, and it comes down to the last lap, and it's anybody's race.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've always been of the mindset with the super speedway racing. It's like, all right, just get in the top 10 for qualifying, or at least top 15, and you'll be fine throughout the race. So, I mean, most of the time, fingers crossed. But
any plans? Are you able to make the rest of these races, or do you know in advance how that's going to work?
Oh yeah, I'll be there. Especially Thursday night. I don't know about the weekends. I fly by the seat of my pants on the weekends. So.
Oh right.
Yeah. Buddy might text me, hey, you want to get a beer? It's like, all right, let's go.
Yep. Priorities.
Yep.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for talking to us. You got any shout-outs you want to throw down? We'll move up the ladder here.
Nah, nobody I know is watching tonight. So you guys have a great night.
Awesome. Thanks for talking to us, man. Great race.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers.
Okay. Now we get to talk to Brian, Greg, and Dan in that order. Brian Level, man. What a finish. Jeez.
Yeah, man, that was all right.
I couldn't believe it, man. Again, like Brad and I, speechless. Jeff as well, because he retired. We're all sitting up there watching this going. Again, it came down to fuel, and it was kind of the opposite thing where you guys couldn't stretch it to the end, had to pit late for a splash, and then it's just chaos, trying to figure out who's going to win this thing, and 15 cars going over the start finish line, and the final, if it was a photo finish, it's like it looked like every car was in that frame.
Close to
going down that back stretch, I was like, oh man, what position am I in? Well, who's where and what? And I seen people jockeying for position, and I told my teammates, said, y'all get high, and we had so much momentum, me and Brainstetter, and I think it was Hubbard back behind him. We had a killer run coming, and Greg got up in front of me. I kind of bumped him in 3 or 4 a little bit, but it actually helped his speed, and it was just pure luck getting all 3 of us on the podium there. I really enjoyed that race. I had an incident, and I hate that, man. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, but I mean, it happens, like you said, it happens to everybody. I mean, I was in a team race there, a few weeks back, and I wrecked the entire field from like 3rd position on like the last lap. And I'm going, what? I haven't had an incident in a long time. And I mean, at least I made it count. I wrecked like 25 cars. But yeah, you hate to see it happen, but sometimes it just does.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's inevitable. I had a car close to me going in the corner, and I was like, well, man, if I back out, he's going to accidentally get into me. If I stay in it, I'm going to bump the guy in front of me. So I had to stay in it. But there at the end, man, I was, trying to stretch my fuel, and I was like about 3/4 of a lap short, and I wasn't going to take no chances.
Right.
But it all worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it worked out great. I mean, you guys could see Bynum and Carroll was pushing them, and they were in 1st and 2nd place. And we're looking at the back of their car, watching you guys running them down. And it definitely turned out to be an awesome finish, man. So thanks a lot for putting on another great show.
Yeah, I wish Danny would have been able to get in the outside lane with us and finish up there, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what, we were hoping for. Our nephew couldn't get in. He was having some issues. The player folder in this game sometimes gets a little scrambled up and causes problems, but tomorrow his dad Greg's gonna go to his house and get all that straightened out. So he'll be in tomorrow night's race.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've had that happen to me. The player folder gets all weird, and you have a mild heart attack for a minute, and it's not that bad. I've actually started backing mine up just because it scared me the first couple times it did it. There's a lot of info in there.
Yeah, right there's the man I want to thank, Frank Devins. The man he worked so hard for our team with our paints, and I can't thank him enough. He's a good man.
Awesome, yeah. Oh, Frank's in here. Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Great, Frank. I brought you down here to talk, obviously, to hear Brian talk, but I'm gonna bring first, second down here as well together, so you guys can have your little first, second celebration with the painter that you've done so much, and with the big painter race coming up. I wanted to bring you down here. So, Blaine, wrap it up with Brian. I'll grab the first and second place guys for you.
Cool, yeah. Thanks, Brian, for joining us. Like I said, thanks for an awesome finish. And Frank's got all 3 cars on the podium. So, Team Devins dominates.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, like I said, I can't thank Frank enough, and Jeffrey and all the admins and stuff at Tarnation or at Talladega Nights, and you guys at Tarnation TV. I appreciate what you do for us, man.
No, it's awesome, man. We're all in good company here. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Brian. Have a good night, bud.
All right. Thank you all.
Thanks.
All right, we're looking for Greg Lovell now in the second position.
I'm going to bring them both down at the same time so we can have a little party between the 2.
Oh, cool. Wonder if I can do it before. Oh, you beat me to it. Oh, you do them one at a time. See, I would have grabbed everybody at the same time. I'm highly sophisticated that way. Greg.
All right, well, you have first and second with you, and you have the one and only Frank Devins Sr., the owner of the team. So good luck with this interview, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm going to go away and see y'all on the track real soon, maybe tomorrow night.
Thanks,
awesome.
Jeffrey, for everything you do, man.
Thanks,
right,
Jeff.
guys.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Thanks, Jeff. Have a good night.
Bye, bud.
Yeah, so
you too,
Greg.
Brian. Good seeing you, bud.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Greg, moving up the list. Greg Lovell. First time we haven't seen. You didn't qualify.
No, my son Eric was having issues with his game, and he, for some reason, it switched his global name.
Everything was gone.
It just wiped his IP address and everything away.
Yeah, but it happened to me once, and it's weird. I don't know why that I don't know how that happens or why.
Yeah,
that
you got to
happens.
switch that back offline first before you get online.
Well, I'm gonna go down to his house tomorrow because he lives just right down behind me. So I'm gonna go to his house tomorrow, and I'm gonna go over his computer, and I'm gonna look at all of his mods and make sure he ain't got nothing in the wrong places, and
could have been
sure
4 of us in the top 5.
Make sure that the player folder's gone, so it won't switch back to that again, and make sure everything's correct.
Just delete it completely. Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure everything's correct. Make sure he didn't drop any photo because he's new at it, and I want to make sure he didn't drop any cars in just straight into the mod instead of putting them in the cars folder.
Oh, right. Yeah. Something could be in the wrong spot. Yeah. So tonight with the fuel strategy, a little bit different. Everybody had to pit late for a splash. Were you kind of, all you guys were sort of on the same page, obviously?
Yeah, I was about a lap and a half short. So I said, I'm going to take a splash and no tires. And my car was a little damaged, as you could tell. When Brian went low, he was just trying to miss all the carnage. And when he did, he clipped me. And it knocked me up, and I hit the wall head on. And then after that, Pumpkin come up through there and hit me in the right dead in the quarter panel on the passenger side of my car. But I thought it was going to be way worse than it was. But if it wasn't for Danny pushing me the whole time, I would have probably finished way worse.
Yeah, we watched, like, it's crazy to watch the dynamic too, especially when it turns into chaos coming out of that tri-oval on the last lap because I think it was Brandstetter got a little squirrely on the apron, and you guys always try to stick together, and the whole thing kind of looked like it was going to fall apart. But yeah, it's great to see you guys like hold it all together like that. And then I like the fuel run's always cool because especially when it's a late splash like that, where usually it comes down to guys stretching fuel to the line, where that wasn't going to happen tonight. You had to come in late. We were kind of watching a couple cars, like we weren't sure if Denny was going to be able to make it because he kind of pitted in a sequence that we didn't know if he was going to be conserving fuel, but we were watching his speed and he wasn't conserving anything.
Well, when we passed Denny and Keith, there was no way we could back up and let off that much to help him because we were so much faster, man. There was no way we could. Keith was in the lead and Denny was second, and we was coming so fast. There's no way we could have slowed down to help him.
Yeah,
I mean, it would have caused a wreck probably.
Yeah, we were watching from Keith's car, looking back, watching, Denny frantically. They're pushing each other, trying to get up to speed, and then we see you guys coming, and it's like, holy moly, they're moving because there's like 10 of you or whatever it was. There was a pack of you guys coming fast, and it was thinking like, wow, geez, this is gonna be a great finish, and it didn't disappoint, man. It was very, very exciting.
Well, to be honest with you, Danny needed that win.
Yes, he did. Yeah, we were talking to him on the yellow.
He was pretty far back in points, I believe, so he really, really needed that win.
That's
not
Saturday.
in the series. Okay.
No, I need one on Saturday.
Well, we'll run these cars again and try to get you on, but those Corona cars, man, they just look. I mean, they're just great looking cars, man. I was looking at them, just watching them go around the track during practice and stuff, and them things are sick looking, man. Randy's red one, and Eric's got like a teal green. That thing is nice, man. And Frank did a tremendous job on those.
So Brad and I were trying to figure out, Corona has a bunch of flavors, or is it all beer?
Yeah.
They have a line of hard seltzers.
Yeah, that's
They're all
their
flavored. Tropical fruit flavor.
Okay.
That one I sent you, Frank, that silver and gray. I don't know what it's called, but man, I think that would look sick on a paint scheme. I sent you the box of it, the color.
Yeah, they have
of
a
it.
couple of beers. That was a beer flavor.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run my
man, I bet that would look unbelievable on one.
I'm gonna
But
run my green one next one, Frank.
But I'm gonna say thank you to Jeffrey and Frank for the paint scheme. Frank, you always do tremendous work, man. I mean, you're even anytime I ever have a car painted, you do it. I never go to anybody else. And thank you, Blaine and Brad and Jeffrey and Chris and Ken and Jeffrey does a whole lot for this league, man. And he just does a lot. He spends most of his days when he gets off work. This is all he does, and I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
but for him, there probably wouldn't be a Talladega Nights. So, I want to thank him for everything he does, and I want to give a shout out to BSR too. They're my other league. I race at BSR Magoo and Brian Boyles and all them guys over there. They're real good guys too, and we got to keep these leagues going, guys, or the game's going to die. You got to give a shout out to as many of them as we can.
Yeah, a lot of good leagues are still around, and it's awesome to see it because any night of the week you can find a track to run on.
Yeah, CCR, Hobo, Fast, Melon Car. There's a bunch, guys. I mean, there's a bunch of race servers.
Just
a lot
just
of
on
them
RLM, yeah. FSB, like there's all kinds.
Yeah, FSB. Yeah,
RTG.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, RTG. There's just so many, but I'm gonna let Danny get at it and talk your ears off like I did.
Awesome.
Greg,
Thanks,
for
Greg.
the teamwork, man.
Yeah, thanks for the help there.
Yeah, man. So one lap led the last lap. Always cool to see that, man. And then you get the extra bonus points, too, coming out of this race with 205 points.
There ain't no better lap to lead than the last one. I don't care about all the other ones. That's the one that counts.
Yeah.
Don't you get the bonus points for leading too?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
25 points for the win. I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah, because that'll put you... Yeah, so then, I was just checking the stats. So we've had 6 races and we've had 6 different winners, no repeats yet. And that's your first win. And your third coming into this race in standings overall after 5. So this is a big jump, especially with the 205 with the bonus points for the win. So that might launch you up there. Maybe even in the first place. I have to let them do that post race. But
yeah, I was looking at that last night when I was looking at the point standings. I was like, well, there's been 5 different winners, and I haven't won one yet. So, tomorrow night's my night. I was looking at it yesterday, and it came true. So, I was shooting for it tonight. I didn't think we had the slightest chance, Blaine, to be honest with you. Because when we were all in a pack before everybody started pitting, me and Greg were running like 14th, 15th, together, and I was pushing Greg, just trying to keep him up to speed because I knew he was damaged. And I was like, we'll get what we can get here. We might finish in the top 10 if we're lucky. And when we went into the pits and we both got one of the most amazing pit stops that I've ever had. It was just in, out so fast, splash of fuel and no tires, and we just came out in the right spot, and those guys that were coming out must have not, had quite the pit stop we did, and we ran them down. But boy, I tell you, it was not easy there at the end. I had to thread the needle. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to shoot that gap between them, but little door banging and got through there.
Yeah, that was crazy. You guys are slamming the doors. It's like, what is gonna happen? When it comes down that.
I made a smooth move. He was bouncing off of me.
I'm actually looking at the points right now. Robert Brelove's first. Brian is second. Danny's third, and I'm fourth, and Nate's fifth.
Yeah.
So Nate finished sixth. I finished second. Danny won. Brian finished third, and Robert Brelove finished somewhere in the top 10. Nate finished 6th.
7th, yeah.
It's not going to change much then.
7th.
But I might,
that might put Danny in the lead or in second place. I don't think it's going to move him to first.
No, he might hop Brian. That'd be about it.
He might hop Brian, but that'll be about it. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun race tonight, guys. I mean, I couldn't ask for it to come out any better. And I just want to thank Frank's from the bottom of my heart, man, for that sweet ride. Those Corona cars look good, and evidently they got some lightning in them because they were quick. And, lucky too, I guess. That's my favorite drink, and, I was the one that kind of gave Frank the idea, and he ran with it, and he made some awesome looking cars.
Yes, he's right. It is Danny's fault that they're in the Corona cars.
That's my favorite drink too. Corona that's what I drink when I do drink. But Brian is 44 points in front of Danny. So I don't know if Danny if you're going to gain that much on him or not.
No, probably 30 some. He finished third. Yeah, I won't gain that much on him, but I'll be right behind him in second.
You're going to gain a little bit on me because we're 2 points different, 736 and 734. So you'll gain a little bit on me, and you'll probably stay in third.
You think?
Yeah, because Brown finished third, so you're probably going to stay where you're at.
Anyway, I'm glad I got a win. That's what's important. That's
right.
Keeps you up there, and those points put you in the championship. So, yeah, I'm happy.
That's the one thing. Yeah, it definitely solidifies the spot moving into the championship territory here. That get a win. It doesn't even matter if you're first or 12th. You're going to the finals, and then none of that matters because then we're in the knockout round, right? So, it's definitely going to be cream of the crop as it always is moving into the playoffs. So yeah, it's good to have these crazy finishes are just fantastic.
That came out of nowhere, man. Even when I crossed the finish line, I was like, did I win? I wasn't even sure. I was like, where am I? Am I in first? I couldn't believe it.
6 different winners after tonight, guys. 6 different winners.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did I do that? I was 14th a couple laps ago, and there I'm winning. That's how fast it happens, though. That's how fast things can either work for you or fall apart for you. I've had both ends of it.
I told you, Danny. What did I tell you? I said, Danny, we need to pit early, because when you pit early, you gain positions, man.
It worked out.
I said, let's pit early, Danny. We have to pit early. If we don't pit early, we're not going to gain anything.
That was always my theory.
Pit early.
You want to pit first because you want to be able to gain
on those guys coming out.
When they're coming, especially when they're coming out of the pit, you gain on them in the draft.
Yep. You want to pit early, man. Even if
usually slingshot by them. But yeah, it was exciting. It was fun. I want to thank first of all Frank for again for putting together all the rides he does for us. I mean, the guy's amazing. He does outstanding work. One of the best painters out there in the business, and appreciate everything you do, Frank. You're awesome, man. And want to thank Jeffrey for putting all this together and all the hard work he does. He's constantly at it, guys. He's one of the hardest workers I believe I've ever seen. And I also want to thank you, Blaine and Brad, for what y'all do. We wouldn't be on the map like we are, I don't think, if it wasn't for you guys putting these broadcasts out there.
Oh, shucks. Thanks, man. Yeah, Brad's blushing. I can see it through the internet. It's like,
yeah, all you guys do an amazing job. So really
Thanks,
appreciate everything, and all the racers that that race here with us. If y'all are listening, just appreciate each and every one of y'all for the hard racing you put on here and the competition. That's my favorite part of it. I don't care if I get a win or not. The competition's what I enjoy. So I appreciate all you guys, and definitely want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife Bonnie and my family, my kids, grandkids, all 8 of them, and just appreciate every one of y'all.
Thanks, man. That's awesome. Thanks for the kind words. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see you guys back here next week for race number 7, and I'm sure it'll be a grand outing as always.
Yes. I'm gonna try to get another one on Saturday. I need one Saturday. That's the one I'm struggling in. I'm doing good on Thursdays and Fridays in the, I'm on fire and in the trucks, but Saturday I'm struggling a little bit. Had a good finish last week. Hopefully I get another good finish this week and try to get myself in that top 12.
Awesome. Well, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you again for all y'all do.
Thanks, Dan. Have a good night, bud.
Have a good one.
Frank, appreciate you coming over here with us tonight, and thanks for what you do, man. You're the best.
No problem.
See y'all later.
Right on, man. Have a good night. And there we go. Then there were 3.
There it
Thanks,
is.
Frank. Yeah, man, it's always fun watching the races and all the paint schemes and stuff. And then you basically swept the podium tonight. All 3 of your rigs are sitting up there.
Well, I can't remember the last time I'm sitting here watching a broadcast screaming at my TV.
We're screaming at it too. This is insanity.
Well, I was wondering why Denny didn't just go past the 63 instead of bumping him. And then I saw that cluster coming out of nowhere, and then Danny going through the middle. I'm screaming at the thing. What are you doing? Oh my God!
Yeah.
And then they got through it. I don't know where Denny ended up, but I think if he had just went around him instead of bumping him, he may have finished up there in the top 5.
He finished 8th. He finished 8th. He did lead the most laps though, so he will get bonus points for that.
But it's still good. I enjoy seeing my cars in victory lane. But to fill the podium, I kind of feel like Rick Hendrick in the 97 Daytona 500 when Gordon Labonte and Ricky Craven filled it.
Yeah, sweep it. As a car
maybe,
manufacturer.
Maybe next Thursday too.
Yeah, let's do it, man. It's you got enough cars out there. We'll see. You're painting cars for the right team because these guys know how to win.
Yeah, well, they do a lot. That's what they do up in Southwest Virginia. They race cars and they make moonshine, and they're good at both.
Nice. Let's combine both together. We got to get a moonshine sponsor now.
Oh, I've already done that on my own car. I had an old Smoky Tennessee moonshine one time.
Sweet. Well, man, I guess we should probably let you go because I got to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. And we're about 5 minutes from this broadcast being 2 hours in length. So thanks for chatting with us, Frank, and you do amazing work, and I'm sure we'll see many more cars from you in the coming races.
All right, thanks for having me. See y'all next week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a good night, man. And there it is. Your race number 6 is complete with 6 different winners this season, man. That's crazy.
That is. Can we go for 7?
Yes, we can. There's like 35 or something. What's total driver count? Drivers that have scored points, 33. So it's possible.
Hands down, the most exciting season for crazy finishes, bar none.
I think you're right. We've seen some crazy ones, but in the last 6 weeks, 4 of them have been
like
nuts.
Somebody not lazier than me should make a supercut of it, and it would be fantastic.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Or you just go back and watch the finishes too. That's probably even faster.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. I could make like a highlight reel one. Like, we should wait. We shouldn't jinx it. We should wait for the next 2 for the regular,
the next 2
regular season
like
to be done.
boring. Just like everybody just drove across nicely at 40.
Yep. single file. Not tailgating.
No, after you. No, I insist. After you.
It's like, wait a second, that guy back in 11th, he hasn't won in a while, and then let him pass. Like, yeah, but
man,
man,
a bunch of fun racing tonight, no exception.
Yep. On a Thursday night, if you want to.
Lots of yellows, lots of crashes and excitement, and
what was the yellow count?
Race.
4. There was 4 yellows with 12 laps, but 11 lead changes between 9 drivers. So crazy.
Yeah, the first one wasn't too bad because everyone got spun out except for who hit the wall, but the last 3 were progressively worse.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Couple of guys were getting caught up in the fence, and it's like a big ball of cars rolling down the back straightaway.
Make for some good TV though. It's bad racing for them, but good. It's good for us.
Well, even that, sometimes those can turn into bad, boring races. But then the finish is kind of where it all hangs, because after that last yellow, I mean, they ran 16 laps with no yellow to the green or to the checkered.
The way it was running out, I figured Denny Carroll was going to take it tonight.
I thought so.
I thought that he was holding that front of the pack. He was confident. He was unshakable, and he got back up there again. And I'm like, clearly that's it. And then obviously they have pit stop, and that I wasn't paying close enough attention to see who was pitting when. So I'm guessing he didn't want to chance it, or he must have been dropping in fuel for him to risk.
Well, everybody pit and lap, everybody pit because he was in front of everyone. Everybody behind him went in, so now he's too late. He can't do it. It's too dangerous, right? So now he's all by himself.
Yeah.
So then he comes around, then he pits by himself, and then he hooked up with Keith, but you can't do it with 2 cars when you got 6 or 7 of them coming. So I mean, the first 12, the top 12 finishers from Perry up to Dan, you can see the interval from Dan down to position number 12, 1.3 seconds. So that group of 10 cars was chasing down, I mean, give or take, I'd have to look at the replay, but we're talking about 12 cars that were just all pit in different ways, and Denny was just caught in the wrong spot.
Yeah, it was a flock of geese. It was literally just coming in, big old pie.
What did you say? You can't say that. Oh, flock. Sorry.
Oh, flock. Oh, yeah, no. Don't get me started on those geeses.
What the flock? But yeah, man, as always, thank you for the assists, the co-hosting duties. It's always a riot doing this with you.
Thanks for letting me show up and just take the credit.
Yep.
And participate minimally.
Thanks for watching The Brad Show. Tune in next week as The Brad Show comes back to Talladega Super Speedway.
Thanks for watching the Bradcast.
Yeah, the live broadcast of Tarnation TV's Talladega Nights I'm on Fire series. Season number 2 comes to an end. No, it doesn't. Season number 2, race number 6 comes to an end. And we'll see you next week, I guess. Remember, keep one hand in the ocean and also keep your stick on the ice, because if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. I said it all backwards. I think it's okay, though.
I think they got the heart of the message was there.
Yeah. Keep your stick on the ice.
There we are. And good news, everyone. While he was talking, I was reading Reddit, and Kid Rock declared the Bud Light boycott to be over. And since I take all my critical news from rock stars, I accept it to be true, and so shall you. Have a good evening. Bye.